Hi, good evening. Good day. Can somebody confirm that I'm audible, just so that I'm not talking alone? Thank you.
You're audible.
Yo.
Ni hao. Oh, sorry, konnichiwa.
Ni hao ma.
Sorry, we have equals two phones and let me mute. I'll talk from the I will talk from Medisufi's phone. In the meantime, Kwenume, how are you?
I'm good.
Gents, gentlemen, this is the gentleman who will be bringing some noodle shops at our village. He will be bringing some of the business in relation to the Japanese side of contribution, including the red light, including the noodle shop, including all things that we need from Japan. They will be coming via him, including the
hello, everyone.
etc.
It's nice to see you. I mean,
Okay.
talk.
Another name why
Danke.
Okay, let's start, gentlemen. Can we go to page, is it page 2 or page 3, Renganunu, where we start with CMC 01 village? I'm going to turn off my device so that I can use Medis with Bella as it talks. Oh, hold on. Now I'm fine. Can I continue now?
Sure.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's go to page 3 on CMC 01 village about. Basically, we can start with about. The rest of the information you guys you can read for yourself. There's a 99-year list. It's an information pack about our land. We are on a 99 years lease agreement. This is a residential information. Property description. The underdeveloped is been described as an undeveloped agricultural land. On it, what we did is that property address, you can read. What we did is that we got, okay, as we go, I'll be able to read because it's going down. 99 year lease. About CMC 01 is a CMC company name, 01 representing the first development village led by Liza Group to rezone 309 hectares of land for new township establishment. Agricultural township establishment, we are talking about smart village or smart city. We can't say smart city because I don't have the balls yet. So at the moment, we're just calling it smart village. CMC is an intellectual property owner of CMC 01 concept and infrastructure development. We are in 309 hectares of new township. I'm reading from 2 different sources, so apologies about this. We have realized that we are not English people, so English can sometimes have a way with us. And then this is just Renkanunu and Mike Bowman. So we have been working on this document. So the lady who just joined us, Melisufi, will be able to beautify our things with proper English and proper grammar and proper etc. You must also understand that we or I am a product of Bantu education. So please forgive me for my improper English. So we'll start like this. We received 159 hectares land. The 159 hectares land was contributed by Bahamulepo. It belongs to Ramulepo. It belongs to Hoshima Mulepo. It belongs to the 35 villages, but under the authority of the 5 villages. The 5 villages are the Maluka, Molelemani, Sontaga, Makudu, and Ramperi. So when I was negotiating 159 hectares, I negotiated it with those 5 villages and their headmen and about 125 people who used to farm that land. So I had to get permission from all 125 families plus all these villages that are surrounding our development. The land was negotiated and released by the 35 Hamulepo village headmen. If you understand how things work at Hamulepo, is that every Tuesday, all the villages from Hamulepo goes to the main village of Ramolepo, where they talk about anything that has to do with that village of Ramolepo. So that land, when I received it from those 35 villages under Hoshimulepo. So there's no one at Ramolepo who doesn't know for our project, because we got permission also from all the headmen that belongs to Hoshimulepo. Like the five villages that contributed to their land, those 30 villages also, we give them a certain amount of shareholding. And then we got 189 hectares from Nutkadach. 189 hectares of Nutkadach was contributed to us by the Department of Rural Development. So if you know Ramolepo, on the top is Molepo KS location, and then at the bottom is Nutkadach number 187. So the Molepo communities owned 108, they own Molepo KS location, 189 KS, 187 Molepo KS location. And the Khoromentre owned Nutkadach number 187. So what we did is that the government gave me Nutkadach, they gave us 187 hectares of Nutkadach. So we took 78 hectares of Nutkadach and 122 hectares of Molepo KS location to form a new land. It's called farm number 1073. And then the farm number 1073 is been registered, it's us. It's been registered in title deed being given to us, and then it has been zoned for residential district. So that means we know from the town planner, we have a Chidiso Consortium group. We know from our project manager. In the beginning, in my dreams, I was thinking that I would be able to build 10,000 homes, but I was told that in no uncertain terms, I'm full of ohoho. We can only build 1,000 homes. The space only allows us 4,000 homes, the 200 hectares. So on the 200 hectares, on the 1,000 homes that we are putting, 110 hectares is goes to the missing middle, and then 50 hectares, I think, it goes to the middle class or the middle class, and the remainder is going to those who can afford anything. CMC 01 is the first privately held Black owned land partnership and potentially the largest property development for the missing middle and above in Limpopo province. We are combining 1,000 freestanding residential units, which will eventually house estimated 7,000 to 10,000 people. As for the apartment, they will eventually accommodate as many as 200 people. Remember that what we did is that we have family apartments that will accommodate 200 rooms. That means there's still numbers, we need to work on them, but we were working on one person per apartment. So 200 for family, 200 family apartment and 100 bachelor apartment. And then the commercial space, we have commercial space, retail space, office space that will accommodate a further 1,000 people. Once completed, CMC 01 will eventually comprise a secured residential estate, industrial area, business park, 5-star hotel, 5-star motel, 4-star hotel, 4-star motel, 4 schools, which include 4 schools, which petrol station. You remember that we have 3 petrol stations. The schools, we have primaries, all the industrial areas and the warehouse, they have their own crèche. So we have a crèche for everyone. And then we have a primary school is Chinese, and then high school is American. So and that means in primary school, all the kids will have to do Mandarin as first language, English and Sepedi as second language, and English as a third language. Remember, these people are agreed to this deal because they are the one who are investing their own money. I'm just the guy who's giving them space to operate and allowing them and them agreeing to operate within our system and giving the certain type of education that we need for our kids. Remember that in all our schools, we don't have different. Just in case, am I audible? I'm still audible.
You're audible. There's one person, Zaesh. Can you mute? Thank you.
Okay. Our schools are a bit different. All our schools, mathematics is compulsory, agriculture is compulsory, science is compulsory, rocket engineering is compulsory, the African whatever spirituality, I don't have that list right now, but it's part of the curriculum. Again, on the high school, it's the same thing, but high school, all our high schools also have a driver's license. That means kids from standard 6, 7, 8, they can do learners papers, driver's learners. It will be for free. And then driving school, when they get to matric, they'll be able to get their driver's license. Those are part of a school curriculum. That means all the people that come to our school, they don't need to go and get pay extra money to go to teach their kids to drive. They don't need to pay extra money to buy that book about Z, whatever.
Okay, we have one hand from the room. Victor.
Yes, thanks. I just raised the hand because I wasn't even sure if I'm allowed to ask now or maybe at the end of the presentation. So I just want to check, you mentioned something about schools. I'm curious. So you're saying primary is going to have Mandarin as a compulsory subject and high school American. How is this going to work? Teach us what is the value of our kids at the rural villages learning Mandarin, where they're going to use it, how they're going to use it. I'm just curious to understand the strategy behind the languages. Thanks.
I would like to answer everything at the end, but I will tell you right now, all the Bures that you see on the street, all of them, they've learned Sepedi. Just because they don't speak Sepedi doesn't mean they didn't learn Sepedi. All Sepedi is second language, even in Gauteng. My former partner studied Sepedi in school, but doesn't even know Sepedi. So when it comes to that, how are you going to use the language? The Bures are not using Sepedi, even though Sepedi is their second language. But in our terms, we have remember that our system is separated. The industrial is Chinese, the warehouse are partnerships, So and as the Chinese, the one who are giving away their school, who are donating their school, who are building their school. When I was negotiating in the beginning, I could not say, don't bring Mandarin when I have nothing to offer. I say they can bring Mandarin is fine because they will also be staying at Ramoleko. They are not going anywhere. Remember those people who are coming overseas, no matter who they are, where they come from, irregardless. Hence, I'm building helicopter facilities so that those who are super wealthy can be able to travel up and down. So that means that language will be, their children will also study. So it will be used at our language, at our schools. I hope I answered it proper. If not, unfortunately.
Victor, if I can answer as well, as someone who has lived in Europe, Mandarin is one of the international recognized languages when you are doing business in East Europe and America as well. So going forward, our children currently, we have kids that are doing French as another language to allow them to be able to function in West Europe and Americas. And Mandarin, business-wise, is moving in that direction. So it would be advantageous for our children to learn Mandarin instead of going and learning Mandarin as an extra language on top of the languages that they will learn.
And also, remember that the Chinese who are coming, their kids have to learn our language, including Koi-chan, he's Japanese. His children are coming. That means when his wife and him are coming, his children also have to learn Sepedi. Why?
No, I do. Thank you. I'm comfortable with the benefits of the options for the kids being able to choose to say, okay, I want to learn Mandarin. It will add value in my life. But I thought I heard you saying that is compulsory, meaning they would have to, whether they like it or not. But the Chinese, no, definitely you are right. When they bring in their family, they will have to learn Mandarin so that they can communicate and all that. So I do understand that part.
Okay. Another thing when I was talking about
Mandarin,
compulsory subjects, I was talking about mathematics and agriculture. You remember that we South African, we have land, we have mines, we have everything, but we don't have agriculture in school. And our agriculture has been taught, we are taught how to make potatoes, how to take out potatoes from the ground. And you go to Germany, they are learning about mining, yet they don't have mineral resources. Yet they take a gold from South Africa, they put it in their class, they learn from it, and they come and grab some more, come and sell it to us. You understand what we are trying to disrupt?
Got you. Got you. Thanks.
Okay. And then CMC, we have actually residential area industrial business park, 5-star hotel, 5-star motel, 4-star hotel, 4-star hotel, 4 schools, 4 a petrol station. It's not a petrol station, it's 3 petrol stations, 1 for the residents. Whenever they run out of money, they don't have to borrow money to go and pour petrol. They just come to our thing, they have our card, their petrol. There's also a petrol station for the cars that are passing via the road that they don't have to get inside CMC to whatever, just in case. And then there is one that will be near the mall and near the taxi rank. So we'll have 3 petrol stations, and then we'll have Olympics. We have Olympic swimming pool, basketball, tennis court, martial court, netball court, soccer, cricket field, sports field, rugby field. We have all type of fields, but they go in 2-2-2. 2 soccer sports, 2 sporting field, 2 basketball, whatever, 2 martial, whatever, 2 netball court, 2 basketball court, 2 soccer ground, 2 cricket, 2 everything in 2. And then we have the old age home, the brick and sand company. We always talk about it. We have the off track. You all know what the off track is for go kart, spinning kart, race kart, the paintball, the bike track, and then we have added a hot rod for the Americans so that they can feel at home while they are at Ramla at 0. And then there's an EMS station. The EMS station is made up of 2 companies. There are also system operators. One is run by a guy called Maboy Mulepo, and then another one is by those fire people for tomorrow, something, management, whatever, that we are seeing tomorrow, or we are finalizing our things tomorrow. They are the one who are providing that station. And then we have an airfield. Airfield belongs to us, all of us who are staying at the village. And then remember, the airfield is for the hangar, so that we can put helicopters. It's not it's just for helicopters and for those ones who want to run around and learn things. Remember, the lifestyle that we're trying to bring at CMC 01 is to make sure that our kids are used to this type of life, so that when they see an aeroplane, they don't run underground. They say, we don't want that. We need people to know that aeroplane is for this and this, and our people get used to it so that it's not a luxury. Religious houses, church, mosque, Buddhist, and African temple. African temple, it belongs to the farmers of thought. It's up to what they do with it, so I cannot control what goes on in there. Level Mitole is no more there with the African Renaissance, so I'm not certain what's going to happen with this. And then we have on Laza district, we have CMC studios. There's more CMC motel, there's taxi rank, driving school, testing center, court, security detention center, commercial retail, and include our shopping mall. Our shopping mall is called CMC Mart or Hyperloop. 2 ways. We have given the rights to the mall to a company called some fancy black name, but it is associated with Limpopo. What do you call that? I will think that name. And then the second person that we have given the right to the mall is Paul Alteration, the owner of Farmyard. So whoever comes first, you know that I'm like a woman, whoever comes first is the one who takes the thing, regardless of who I have signed a contract with. So the mall, I've agreed with farmers that they'll put the mall there. You remember our mall moves in 2 steps. The first side, the same amount of space on a normal area, it belongs to the normal shops that you are used to. Go ShopRite, Checkers, go Spar, whatever that you see. Those are the normal shops that are South African that will be paying rent every month. Then we have on the other side, we have the same length or the same space of shops. But those space of shops is those ones that don't pay rent. They don't pay for water. They are part of CMC way system. That means new companies like Koichan that are coming from Japan, new companies that are coming from America, those companies that are in partnership with us. One of the reasons why they are coming is that I guarantee them that they're not going to be bankrupt in the first 5 years. You must remember, in South Africa, for any other business to move forward, is that in the first 5 years, it's very important that the business can break even. So what we are doing to those companies that are coming from overseas is to make sure that you must remember that I'm a noodles fan. I stayed in Japan, I stayed in Asia, I studied there, so I enjoy noodles. So we used to go to this shop every day, we do noodles. So there's so many types of noodles, but in South Africa, we don't have that culture. So Bokoichan, when they bring that culture of Japanese noodles, they have to know that they can be supported and they cannot die in the first 2, 3, 4 years. Hence, they have to stay at our village. Hence, everybody, every citizen who stays at our village, every month they get 400 rand. That 400 rand, even though they get it from the bank, they have to spend it on our shops. Our shops, I'm talking about those ones that I'm talking about. The new brand, I'm talking about the ones that are coming from whatever that I just spoke about. Number 2, CMC have their own independent infrastructure operating system company. We have partnership agreement with infrastructure developers, designers for the development, operation, and management of CMC village system under CMC 01 partnership umbrella, as stipulated in group of 29 major partnership policies, strictly CMC way. The same system and agreement complies on CMC 02, CMC 03, CMC 04 for Shumakato entertainment villages. So they continue like that. Number 2, we are on infrastructure operators. What we have done with these companies, you remember that I work on 99-year lease, okay, for the residential. I know that the government will not take the land from me, especially as I sell those title deeds. I sell land, and when you buy a home from us, we give you a title deed. So we know that the government will not take that back from us, okay? So, but at the same time, we want to continue with the 99-year lease thing because it's good for the seller and the buyer. You know, when you sell a house, knowing that when you buy a house, knowing that you can sell it anytime that you want without this the thing out there, the title deed is rural, without worrying about the title deed being agricultural, without worrying about those things. So what we are saying is that for the 200 hectares, we are putting housing on the 109 hectares is commercial, but they are operators. They are operators. Those operators have to do 2 things. Like, for example, I'll start with Gasmen. Gasmen, they are in Pulupani, you know, at the back. When you go to Husian, if you know Pulupani, there's a company called Gasmen. Well, it's a huge company at the back. They just do gas and etc. Our agreement with them is that they put pipelines at every household before you get in. So when you get to your house, we build your house, you just plug in their gas. So their gas, before we even build, their gas system will be underneath. So, and we are not going to use bottle. Every gas will be centrally controlled from their land or from their wells. Everybody visit wells. And then we have 4-way civils. They are trading as Medcam Renewable Energy Solution. 4-way civils is a KZN company in collaboration with another one in Botswana, and then in collaboration with another one in China called Namkore. You guys know Namkore. I brought them to Mushate. We went to Hamlepo Mushate. I introduced them to Mushate Jadek. At that time when we were doing the introduction, ANC was there. We had a problem that they said that we were not wearing proper. Unfortunately, I made the classic mistake of forgetting to tell them to bring, to wear headscarf and to wear that. They were looking, I didn't think about that. Usually when I bring people to Mushate, I always tell them to wear scarf, to wear long pants, to cover the women, to cover their shoulders. But at that time, I forgot. For some reason, it just slipped my mind on that day. And then, yes, I realized that I made a mistake when I was asked what they were doing there, and we acknowledged the mistakes, including the consequences of that mistake. But we were not happy because when we were about to speak, some comrade from ANC, even though I'm a member of ANC, stood up and tell us we must take them out because they are not wearing proper. You know, sometimes you just have to understand these people traveled like 2,000-3,000 kilometers, 3,000 miles. You must just allow them to say hello. You know, it's not gonna take your money. And you can find me a cow anywhere. I've already been paying cattle forever. So we might as well continue finding with cattle. And number 2, okay, we did. Oh, Medcam Renewable Energy, they will be providing solar system design, produce, and supply. What they do, they're also building a 10 megawatt renewable energy power station, 15 megawatt renewable power station at CMC 01. Okay, so this company, and then we have CMC 01 Village, company trading as CMC Utilities. In Polokwane, we have a company called Varanani. They're doing everything. So instead of getting our Varanani, we created our own Varanani. This CMC Utilities, that means they will only, the people who will be working for this company who are outside Ramalepo will be Mike. Mike Bowman is my boss. He's my partner. He's the CEO of CMC 01 Village. I'm the CEO of CMC Pty Ltd. So because I was fired from the CMC 01 Village company, I have to go back to Liza Group. So I'm back at Liza Group, but what I'm doing is the handover so that those who are coming to take over from me, or those who are taking over from me, they don't do it at the back of my controversy or the court cases or the violence that are related to me. What do you say?
That followed you.
That followed me. So the whole point of taking me, and if you guys have been following this information sharing session, you also have to acknowledge that maybe the board was right that I must get out, because my English is not proper. I don't have the well mannerism of somebody who went to whatever schools. I don't have the humility of somebody who's supposed to take CMC going forward. So I will say, even though I was not happy, I realize now that the way I am, my strength and whatever is not needed. All the hard work is done, all the breaking and fighting is done. So you need people who are softer. I know for a fact that they're going to bring my people, because you guys are fighting with me. One of the reasons is that it's because I'm the same color as you, which is not right. Well, especially for people from Ramolepo, when they fight with me because I'm black, or they say which is not right. My ancestors are originally from those mountains of Ramolepo. We are the same people. We are not different anyway. But we understand this politics. We are taking the punches. Hence, I'm lying down. They can roll over me. Hence, we are moving forward so that they can continue rolling over me. But the project is moving forward. Thank you very much. Also, CMC Utilities, it's like one day when we talk about the insurance company and the housing company, those corporate companies like the housing company and Bashi Property Service, it's under Keller Williams. No? So that means when Keller Williams hire for Bashi Property Services, they'll hire 100% from Ramlab. It's the same as this company at CMC Utilities. We are hoping they can get to a point where they hire 100% from Ramlab. But I have no authority over this. Remember that we promised you 60%. This belongs to Mike. There's nothing I can do. Number 4, Risuna Water Services. Risuna Water Services is a collaboration between 4 companies, including Wingate. Yes, many companies. Wingate. What they do is that they're providing us infrastructure for water, storage, and wara. Those type of things similar to the Gasman and 4-way civils. And then we go to CMC Telecom. CMC Telecom is R&D, research and development company. So we are trading as CMC Telecom. So we have infrastructure licensing to allow us to put telecom infrastructure. We have licensing that allow us as an internet service provider. So what we want to do with this company is that immediately when again next month I'm moving. When I'm moving to that thing to the village, I'm hoping that Mel Sufi will be the one now that gets this company from Teflo all the way to Hamolepo. So we don't care about, we don't want clients, not really don't want clients in town. It would be nice to have clients in town, but our CMC way, remember we made this company for the missing middle. So that means we have to put our energies in the township, in the rural areas before you ever go to the township. So all the God will start at Teflo going towards Hamolepo until we get to CMC 01 village. We already have the budget is 7.8 million rand for all telecommunication, all the way from Teflop to Hamolepo. So we have this covered. CMC Utilities will be responsible for the rate and property collection. The company main responsibility include managing infrastructure, system operating company. CMC 01 company, I will explain, it will confuse her. And Chili's consortium, we were there 2 weeks back. Chili's consortium group is made up of 34 member companies formed exclusively to offer quick and efficient services for CMC project, for private organization, and for government. We provide to A to Z infrastructure development. Our services include project management, human service, wage development, big data, civil engineering, survey, subdivision, geological, geotech, quantity survey, environmental impact assessment, architecture, property service, town, regional planning, accounting, groundwater, resource and development, quantity survey, construction, and security. So these services are what is happening right now at Ramolepo. So when we do rezoning services, these are the people, this is what we are doing at Ramalepo, but there are also admin questions that we have been asking those who are partners or those companies that are coming so that we can help this company complete its vision and mission. You must remember that rezoning services are costing us 22 million rand, so we cannot afford to be 1 day late or 1 day ahead or above schedule because we don't have money. CMC, human HS companies, a human service companies, a hospitality and village management company. The company responsibility include managing, overseeing village operation system services. The company is the link between the residents and the residents free basic right services, such as our membership, security, fiber, internet, garden services, dustbin services, and other service providers. And it is for basically CMCHS, human service companies, hospitality company. If you have ever been, there is a service that I receive in Japan that I know. There's a service that I've received in US that I know. There's a service that I've received in Germany that I know. A certain type of level of service that we don't have in South Africa. But we have the same service. If you can, those who know Cape Town, if you have been to the Majestic, the Gentleman's Nightclub, there are those ladies who give you a certain service that you ask yourself, where am I? So those are the type of service that CMC HS company will be providing. That means if you have a problem with a pole or network, within 30 minutes after your phone, we expect this services or this company to have solved your issue. So whatever that we have problem in relation, infrastructure, whatever problems that we will experience as CMC 01, we expect this company to be the one to solve it within 30 minutes. The difference between this company and other companies is that this company we're giving it to women will not have men inside. It will be 100% women. So this company is under the committee. The committee went on operation. The committees will be the one that put together this. So in my vision, it is 100% women company. We don't have money. We allow women to work so that we can see that blame those type of things, so that we can give them opportunity to fuck up. They've given us opportunity to fuck up, something like that. And then we have companies that have already appointed for this services, garden services, dustbin services, free bag, fiber, the village, security, section 9, section 9 risk and security assessment company, general. You know that this company is full of military people, full of police. So all of them, there's nothing, there's no security. I want to about security at this company. This company is full of proper police, ex-police, proper military. They've been taking care of of our land or of our mines or of our craziness or whatever that I've been doing. Randloff has been bringing teams to take care of all these assets that have been accumulating. Thank you very much. And remember that CMC 01, we are not going to allow police instead. Instead, we are going to have our own a police sort of, they offer the same services as police station. So I expect Randloff to offer those services, policing, etc. So I don't want issues or the DNA, I don't want that. I don't want any of those issues. Basically, I want CMC 01 to be 0% or to be crime free. Zero, not even to nothing. We hope to get to that point. Our market, I've been saying, is the missing middle. We have the middle class. And then even though we won't be exclusive to the missing middle, we will go to the middle class and also to the higher income earners. You guys can read, including single. Okay. Even though it won't be exclusive to missing class to middle class, the missing village, the village is designed to be attractive, efficient, secure, and easily accessible lifestyle option that is perfectly suited to any person, including single, married couples, families, and elderly. The strategic location, attention to detail in all areas of the development ensure that the development promotes an integrated live, work, play environment, one that is ecologically sensitive and provide new standard in quality estate living in former tribal lands. The river and the last Hope Dam by Bitsamolepo Dam are part of CMC 01 village development and add to the beauty of it. Our model is self-sustainable as such. We prioritize industrialization, where we start with the industries, we start with the warehouses, we start with the road before we can start with the housing. So that remember that how we set up our housing is that if we build a house, the tiles has to be produced from our village. So we have people who are coming to put tiles, the same as the ceiling, the same as the bathroom, the same as the toilets, the same as roofing. So everything will be manufactured. So that's why we have to start with the factories before we get to a place where we say, now we are building housing. So it will be a space between 3 months between the factory starting and the first residential housing. But okay, investment securities, number 4, there's investment is secured as all members of the 5 communities, their leaders, their chief, the main village development trust family, and the direct beneficiaries. The shareholding was extended to 30 other Molepo villages. Remember that Molepo has got 35 villages. The 5 villages we've been working with, the 30 villages are the ones that are doing support or that are part of Molepo. And we thought it would be stupid for us to for the other 5 villages to be earning while the other 30 villages are not earning. So instead, I think it's Mike who was saying, why don't we just take the other share and split with the other 30 villages and the 30 other headmen? So the 30 villages and the 30 headmen also have shareholding within our development. Okay. So there will be no land or repatriation claim against the new property or title deed holder, Sisilmat or CTP2 Ltd, trading as CMC 01 village. It is in the best interest of the community as it guarantees them a certain percentage jobs to qualified community personnel. The project will bring major development into the area and the province. Most importantly, the communities are direct shareholders of CMC 01 village. It is in the interest of all parties for successful, exceptionally long, profitable relationship. The community shareholding has no bearing to the management or operation of the company. Just because they are shareholders, they cannot tell the operating company what to do. Remember, I'm also a shareholder, but I'm going out. I've been kicked out. Okay, I'm going out. Mato is coming out. So that means if I am a 15% holder, we were going to do the share so that everybody can understand where we are in terms of shareholding. So Eric is setting up another meeting. I don't know when, but he will let me know. I know that tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, there will be we'll release schedule for the whole week for our event so that everybody understands. Remember, we are doing this so that when I leave, after I leave, or on Saturday after I leave the company, whoever comes cannot change. But if I don't do this and it's not published, whoever comes can change again. So we are doing this so that we can be secure, and also so that when I go to the next village, they know when he says 1, it doesn't change to 2. You understand? So that you remember that it's not the money, the capital is my weight. My weight has to bring value. My weight must have the same value or the same weight as the development, so that nobody can second guess me. Remember that it's important for us to also say, because what we are doing, we understand is new. Nobody has done it before. We understand that we don't have mentors, so we cannot go to them and say, listen, comrade, help us how to do this, how to do this. Most of the time we do things, I realize that I'm wrong. We move along or whatever. We got knocked inside, but the point of we end up, we are here because of the mistakes that we made. And the mistake that we made by accepting that we made mistakes and by accepting that we don't know enough, it allowed us to move to this stage. So now, for example, I was talking to somebody today, the guy who builds the city. It's not at the extent what we are doing. It doesn't have factories, doesn't have all those things, that's shopping malls and housing and stuff like that. It took him 20 years. And it took him 20 years and he's a billionaire. So it took him 20 years, even during that time when he was talking to Mandela, it still took him that time, talking to Mandela until including now. He just got it not long ago. Now we are going to talk about the guy who did waterfall. The waterfall, the same thing. They took about 17 years to get where they are. Now I took 4 years. I took 8 years. It was 8 years. I worked on the 200-year plan. On the 200-year plan, on year 4, we started implementation. So now we are on year 8. Now on year 8, now we are building. We are still doing better than the SEZ. Makado SEZ. What do you call Makado Fitaho? Oh, there's Fitaho was SEZ, and then there is Makhado Musina SEZ. They have started talking about the same thing from 2009, a year before World Cup soccer team. Now I found out about 3-4 weeks ago. Hence, I realized why Rangwani was saying I must never ever involve politicians in my development. Remember, if you can check the money that the SEZ that they have spent since 2009 till now, they don't even have one building. And I'm quite certain what they have spent, I haven't even achieved 1% of it, because they are politicians. Everybody who comes new comes with their own people, they speak and they move. The next one will do the same thing. I'm telling you, we'll still be talking about SEZ Makhado Musina in the next 30 years. Because you remember that they were looking at the model Wasaldana Bay in Cape Town. But instead of going, when you look at the model, you must get the people who are operating that model so that they can show you how it is done. Now, ours is the politician. We are still going to steal and plan, but there's no way we're going to go. So that's why we're trying to stay away from politics. While still talking about politics, I know that you guys, most of you or some of you, I'm not sure, I'm not seeing the screen, so I'm just talking. I know some of you are having, they've been advising me to make peace with politicians, because they are the politicians who are taking me to court. Those are the politicians who are doing everything that they can to try to knock the development out of me. The reason why I never or will never agree to include politicians in our development. Some years back, 2004, when I was still having this idea, 2005, I spoke to Rangwani. I don't know. There was an ANC chief whip. He was a member of parliament. He was called Franz Muthala. I don't know. It's uncle in English. Yeah, uncle. It's uncle in English. Okay. I explained to him what I saw, what I wanted to do. He listened, and then after that he laughed and he said, "It can't be done by government, because a government is not meant to do something like this." I couldn't understand why somebody who's my family doesn't support me doing something like that. And then after, it was in 2004, 2005, before I put it down, when I started putting down, I went to Shell House, which is now called Little House, CMC. And then I went, and then remember that at that time I was coming, I just wanted to do movies. So I was giving it away, not to work. I was giving away the idea of, like, this is how you can do, how you can manage this, how you can do. So when I got there, I presented this colored guy. You know, this colored who look like white people, Caucasian. They have this attitude sort of each. And then he listened to me. He said, "No, wait." He goes and calls somebody else. And then they say, "Wait, go call somebody." The next minute, when I'm talking, the next minute they burst out laughing. They laughed at me so hard. They were pointing at me. I ran out of a Shell House at that time. I ran out of Shell House, and I knew at that time that I was these comrades are not going to help me. So I took the plan, or the roots of it. I gave it to a gentleman called Colin Daga. Colin Daga at that time, he was the ANC Youth League leader. He was going to the election, so we pump all the money that we have into his election and to support him, hoping that if he can get it done, he can get this project to be done. But we're not hoping to make money. Now we just wanted to make movies and allow somebody to do it. The next minute we heard about a smart village, a smart city that they were going to do to Modderfontein. So I was happy. And you remember that he couldn't mention my name because I was so devastated. And I said, like, he cannot mention my name because I thought they will remember who it was and they will laugh again. We just changed the name of the document to Rilano at that time. I think it was Rilano. Then now we move it. Hence, that is the reason why I will not get politics into my thing. I went there, they laughed. Rangwani told me they cannot help me, no matter what I did. And that guy died as a chairman. Was it Rangwani? As what? As a chief whip of the parliament. If the chief whip tell me that I cannot do that, who am I to go against? So hence, my system, I created it so that it can reject anything that is political. So if you come up with politics, you cannot get it. Even if I leave this system, it will not agree to anything that has to do with politics. Heritage. Okay, community shareholding, the community is on 20%, and Sesemato City, which is us, we are on 80%. Thank you. Development part of the CMC 01 development for part of the land that is held in trust by Sesemato City P2 Ltd. The village estate, the first or pilot of the many planned housing development models in South Africa. The first many project where the developers have come up with come up with a method of creating bankable list land. As a result, the land has been broken into portion, and for the first time on former travel lands, major banks will be financing property development as well as end user residential property purchase on a leasehold of 99 years. What I've said, though some of you on this have been with me, I know some of you have been going up with me to Hamlepo. You guys know I brought Standard Bank to Mushate. They've came to our village. I brought Access Bank, and Access Bank was our partner from the beginning. They've been going up and down with me for a very long time than Standard Bank. The only difference is that I don't take money from them. I don't owe them. Same as Standard Bank. Every time when they want to give me money, I realize where I am, I know where I am. I don't take money because I wanted to get to a point where I'm finishing the building without owing anyone any cent. So, but we get to a point where they have agreed to finance the end user, which is you on the bond. And then also they agreed to finance those who are coming with the factories. They have agreed to finance those who are coming with their warehouses. So we have system created for everyone to be able to access money. Remember that my company, System Mato City, we have assets. Our assets is 600 million rand. So we put our 600 million rand as your security. So anybody who wants, we don't care if you have your year. I gotta remember that when you go to a bank, you want looking for this type of money. They're looking for 2 years financial, whatever. I know black people don't have. It's another way of other people of taking us out of the main economy. It's by doing that. 1 year financial statement, 2 years financial statement, have this and that. And we know that our black people cannot get to that point because they're not being given tenders or agreement that allows them to get to that point. So what we have done, we create a system where right now within our land, we are on 600 million rand. We know that Mato is 600 million rand. That 600 million rand is put down to all the companies that are coming. Then they can take from the bank, and the bank looking at the land, at the security. Remember that anybody who pays, we are not allowed to take money. We are not allowed to take money from anybody who does bond etc. Only the bank are allowed to take money from the bond holders. That means the money for the things that are additional to the bond, like the skin lotion, the body lotion that are distributed to every homes, the tissues, the toilets and stuff. They are part of that money that is being deducted by the banks. So our agreement, they deduct that, they give it to CMC Capital and Security. CMC Capital Security share it with everybody. Okay. CMC 01 Management Company. Sorry. CMC owners use various special purpose vehicle to establish, manage various stages of the development. CMC Pty Ltd, trading as CMC 01, is the property, asset, and operational manager for the land. And then board of committee, ISSL Athamato, CEO and owner and convener of company, Laza Group, under duress have released all authority, including share control to the board and committee. That means even my shareholding has been released to them. So they can do whatever that they want. The committee is made up of Laza Group board of directors, blue chip company directors, bankers, entrepreneurs, international partners, mentors, financiers. You guys know that on the committee, we have people from Old Mutual, we have people from Access, we have people from those companies I've mentioned, including those insurance people. They've been rolling with us for a long time. So it's 30 people from different, 30 whatever, people from different walks of life. They're all bringing different skills, but all of them have taken the company away from me so that they can implement the things that I was visualizing, or me and Michael were seeing in the future. We are doing that because we are trying to cut off the legal mambo jumbo that has been happening with those comrades. So when we do like this, I know that it means I'm losing CMC 01, but I think it's important that the development goes ahead regardless of how I feel. But what will remain is that the land, the title deed will never change from Cecil Mato City Pty Ltd. It's just that I will not have control over it. It will be under the committee. I would have loved to finish this under my own leadership, but we all have to acknowledge that I'm not good enough, and actually I'm not soft enough for those type of leadership. So I'm quite certain the board realized that it's better that just putting where there's violence, I can fight and get out of there. They'll do the soft things. And then the company has been split into different disciplines. led by members of committee for finance, committee for HR, committee for marketing, PR, legal, operation, IT establishment. If anyone in future wants to fight with me over land, they have to go. They will talk to legal, not me. If any there are events that are going to happen at near the dam or anywhere, it's marketing and the PR, not me. While we are still talking about things that are going to happen, on the 27th of April, we are going to have an event at the dam. We are going. You guys can come. We're going to do both because you can come and cook. We are going to do it because cooking champion, whatever it is, whoever can cook better, and then whoever's food don't win, you can sell whatever that you have to the people who are coming. We will have a family-oriented games like Lotadi Saga, the race, within that small space. We're also going to reopen the photo booth. I've spoken to Prime Still, they will do another one. I know that I'm still having legal challenges with those people who broke my thing. So, but Mr. Well, I forgot his name. Prime Still, they will be able to redo that thing. So on that day, we'll reopen the photo booth. Hundreds of people can cook. We will have wear traditional clothes. We will have all types of things that are going on. So keep your ears on the ground and hear what we are going to do. Hey, also the raft at that time, hopefully they'll be finished. We will have the raft at the boat so people can take boat rides. They can hold meeting there if you want to. If you want to rent a boat or a raft, you can go and have. You can come have meetings. We have a chef who will cook for you. A couple of waiters who will serve you. Unless you want extra service that I don't know, you'll have to wait for it like district. And then responsible coordinating and deeds. I've already spoken about the deeds being all from us. In conclusion, to achieve its vision, ensuring that CMC 01 development becomes a standard for property development, lifestyle, estate living. CMC 01 Village Management Company manages, coordinates the partnership in and around CMC 01 Village. For more information, for everyone for future use, please communicate with Melisufi, as you can communicate with her via the admin website, admin email address, or the number that is shown there, 0832697251. So it means if you want to talk to me or if you want to do anything, you'll have to go through her. At the moment, we are 2 weeks booked. So if you want to see me, you just have to start booking now for 3 weeks. And you have to go through her. And remember that when you talk to me, I'll say yes to everything. Yeah, so better talk to her so that she can tell you in reality. Just in case, because I don't control my schedule anymore. And then you guys know Sia. Eric Mstanganunu has been doing a wonderful job, including the compilation or the beautifying of this page. I think it's done for today's presentation, unless there's any question. Am I clear, gentlemen? That was long. Supposed to take 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's supposed to take 30 minutes.
Comrades, can you acknowledge that I was not talking alone?
We hear you.
We hear you.
Mr.
Okay. I'm finished with my presentation. I apologize. We went overboard for about 29 minutes, almost 30 minutes. But I think those who have been following us, it will be very easy and clearer. Just in case there's any question, please do ask.
Mr. Yohi, your hand is up.
No, I just accidentally pushed that button. Sorry. I'm totally clear. Thank you.
That is one of our partners. And those comrades, you know that the hospital is coming. When you know the hospital is coming, we say, your child born at our hospital, your child going to our schools, when they reach 18, they get 2% ownership of our village, once off large payment, once off. So, comrade, can you, for the ladies, can you please do the protection until we are finished with the village? For the gentlemen, please, while you are still deciding how many wives you are bringing to CMC 01 village, just take care and make sure that you're not making babies until the hospital is finished. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that. Before I take the questions from the floor, I'm going to send everybody the link to our revamped Facebook page. Please follow, share, and like the page.
And I will go ahead and chime in. This is Mike Bowman. Cecil, thanks again for another great presentation.
Hey,
Yes.
hello,
Can you hear me?
I'm not seeing the screen. So
It's okay.
Here is the CEO of CMC Village is in America. He will be in South Africa once we are done with the feasibility studies.
Absolutely. And I want to say thank you again for another great presentation. And it was longer than you expected because it has a lot of details for this part of the planning process. So these presentations will continue to get better and more well-defined as we get closer. And the CMC planning committees will also really help spread out responsibilities of making sure that every detail gets the attention it needs so that we can serve not only the people of CMC Village and the businesses there, but also, the region in South Africa in general. So thanks again for everything that you've been doing.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Sure.
By the way, I've been acknowledging that the CMC way system was created by me and you. So even if you are not there, everybody knows that you are part and you are the one who has been guiding up and down. Yeah? Thank you very much for the patience. How long have we been together on this project? 4 years. 4 years.
Yes.
We've been together for 4 years. And we have known each other longer because we studied together in New York, California, something like that.
15 years ago.
15 years ago. So we are still together.
Yes.
Comrade, I think that's it.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Zayesh, your hand is up. You have a comment?
Yes, hi, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
I'm just concerned. I've been doing quite a follow-up on the project, and unfortunately I was failing to attend some of the meetings via work. So now I'm just concerned, and I just want to quickly ask how to register on your database, because I've been trying to get and link myself on the links that you've been sending, but I have not won.
I'm going to answer this. I apologize. Mr. Nganunu has to answer this. You are supposed to have received it immediately when you register, when you go to the online. But we found out that because the volume, the number of people that are getting inside, it can only take a certain amount per month. So we are trying to expand that. But in the meantime, you just register or send Meli Sufi a WhatsApp, and then we'll send you that form that you can register on the database. But in the meantime, you can express your interest at the bottom. You can go down, expression of interest, so that you can book your home at CMC 01. But for that, we apologize. Mr. Nganunu and Rale Jaji from RALTEC will be able to solve this. I'm quite certain with a couple of days, we will be back. We will do what is needed. Apologies about this, and we acknowledge that. Okay. But in the meantime, please send Meli Sufi or WhatsApp. You have that number at the bottom. She will send you that document that you need to fill, just in case.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Victor, I'm hoping this is the old hand that you still have up. You forgot to put it down.
No, sorry, it's a new one. Just one quick question, and apologies in advance in case you guys have shared this information and somehow then I might have missed it. I just want to understand where is this going to be set up? Because I'm trying to visualize this in my head, kind of in proximity to the dam. Where is this whole malls and housing and factories are going to be set up? Do you have this shared somewhere? You mentioned Facebook or somewhere on your pages?
Yes. Are you familiar with that area of Amlepo?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. When you turn on ZCC, again, you are going to Lebohom, Hatchini, again.
Yeah.
You pass Makuru, Mama's corner, that big corner, then you are still going. You pass Galitos.
Yes.
Is it Galitos?
Yes.
It Galitos? Immediately after Galitos.
Yeah, that's Galitos.
The land starts there. The bottom land, the whole from Galitos at the bottom land is 109 hectares. Mankind, thank you. It goes towards the Mankhale and it ends at the dam, at the corner. Again, at the bottom of the river is the commercial district. We are only allowed to do commercial district on there. And at the top of the river, it's where we are going to do housing. So also the housing starts from where I said all the way to the dam on that top. So we are the dam is inside a CMC 01. And then I must say this because but there's a lot of misinformation. We don't have the right to drink water from that dam. We are not even interested in drinking the water from that dam. If we drink that water from that dam, that means I'm going to lose 168 million rand investment from this from Risuna Water Services. Because if I use their water, that means this infrastructure operator cannot come in. You understand? That's why I cannot use government electricity. Because if I use government electricity, then I don't need to get Metcam renewable energy. That means for not using Metseawa Ramolepo, Visani on his own, he's hiring 118 people. I think it's 118 people. And then the other one, Metcam renewable energy, I'm not certain. I'll just check those figures, what they said. Okay. Rena, we are self-sustainable. So Metseawa, the dam, we have the rights, but our rights is to build a beach, is to put white sandy beach around Molepo Dam. Again, number one. Number two is to build a bridge that connects that main roads to the other side where I say we are going to build the residential area. And then number three, a bridge that connects Mamata that goes to the residential area. So there are basically 3 bridges, and the 3 bridges are going to be built by a company called Batopili Project. They are a Botswana company. They are owned by a friend of mine called Sexton Buru. He was part of the Sotening, and he was part of the other events that we had there. Okay. So right now our agreement with government is that the water, we put the beach, we build the bridges, and for commercial, that means I'm going to put you know, in Bali they have, they said great they have. You know, this Ishaga, Unimikuku, or this randables. I'm going to put randables are surrounding the Molepo Dam, sort of, but at the main top where we are building the off track, so that it can be a beach. People can go there, enjoy themselves. I want that place to be turned from a dam into a beach, even though we know it's a dam. Again, but the whole land we covered, we surrounding Molepo Dam.
Okay, noted. Thanks.
Pleasure. Another thing, when I got the land, there were a couple of gentlemen that we agreed, or the villages that we agreed from Rampir, they said they've given a land to a gentleman called Vimlepo and Mutapo. So we know that there's Mutapo, there is Bijeng Lodge, there is another one. I was told by the department that he got it proper. The one who built a blue, but if you know that area, he built some sort of a house. It's blue. I don't know if he was being a shading or what. He built it. They've given him a proper land, but he moved his land. Apparently, he moved his land where he's supposed to be building. He went towards the dam, but because he didn't follow the protocol, the dam, the house is going under the ground, so he moved back. So I'm not certain there is a up and down between them and government, but what I know is that I've written a letter. I've written a letter to the department and then to the village and to these people with an affidavit that said, hold on, let me give you, just give me a second, please. Forgive me, just give me a second. I just want to make sure that it's very important that we are clear. There is, just give me a sec. Okay, there are 3 people who are allowed. The government only allow 1 person. Now I allow the other 2 because I think it's an African, and because I have agreed with the community that I will allow those 2 to stay. The first one is, hold on. Oh, the first one, the person that we are not going to take out is Mutapo Makatane Victor.
That's me.
Sorry?
That's me.
Oh. Apologies. There's Wonga Investment, and then there's Mukhwale Maria's Tlhapelo of Mpijeng Lodge. So those I know for a fact. Victor, if it's you, Mr. Mutapa, I know that you have to communicate with Melis. And we already have a session. Oh, apparently we have a meeting that is coming next time. And yeah, thank you. I think I've answered everything. But
Cool.
the
Thank you.
The people are the only one that are allowed, that I've given authority, that I've taken their document or what I was given to the department, to police station, to my lawyers, and to Moshate, so that they are not disturbed by the development. But what we intend to do, including this one, like just that we haven't spoken to you. I know that we spoke in passing, me and you, including that time when you called me during the sorting. So I was not aware it's you. Thank you very much. But our agreement, what we have done with Ms. Tlhapelo, again, we are building stadiums around her home. We are doing stadium like for spinning car, for paintball, for hot rod, and we are building a Bacardi nightclub around there. So we were supposed to put family chalet, 10 family chalet, 10 or 20 single room for bachelors, for those people who are coming to visit. So because we understand that the MPJ has already started something. So what we have done, the money that we were supposed to use for our facilities in terms of those things, we are giving to her so that she can complete her development, but using our plans our way. So we're hoping that me and you are going to have a meeting, find out exactly what you are doing so that we can integrate what you are doing into our development, because we are dealing with exclusivity. Remember that if somebody sells Coca-Cola, it can only be that person who sells Coca-Cola. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you all. I think we are about done.
Ma'am David, I will give you a call. We are in a meeting. So we are in a meeting. I'll call you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Sorry, apologies about it. We'll call you back.
Thank you guys for attending. Any more follow-up or questions, please send me an email. Most of you already have my details, and we'll follow up from there. Unfortunately, we have other sessions we need to dash to.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, comrades.
All right.
Look at the question. You'll be learning Sepedi in no time. Your kids will be Malume. Oh, by the way, Koichan has been to South Africa already. I was staying in Gauteng for those who are still here. He came where was Centurion, eh? I was still residing in Centurion. So he has been to South Africa, so he understands the lay of the lands a little bit.
Yeah, it was a good memory. I shall return you, man.
Sharp. Good evening.
See you.
Cheers.
Cheers.